Hi guys, welcome back to Saving Salvage and welcome back to the channel. Today is the day that I reveal yet another project car. I know a lot of you have been saying, oh come on, you got to sell them. I can't actually sell them at the minute, so if I can't sell them, I might as well buy more. So that is exactly what I've done. So in today's video guys, there will be a new car reveal. I've probably already told you what it is in the title, so let's go check it out. Please welcome to the channel, my new Audi Q5. So guys, here she is. Welcome to my new Audi Q5. Eventually got delivered after 3 or 4 days of messing around, but she arrived and unfortunately I can't really get her out to show you because it is stuck in park and handbrake stuck on, so I'm just gonna have to show you around in position for the moment. So just a quick look around the car just to see if it has been as described. Basically it all does look good, it all looks fairly good. Looking around, you can see just the brake disc got a lot of rust on, so it's obviously sat for a little while, although they don't take that long to go rusty. So the tyres are in good condition. Bodywork down this side, all spot on. There is a slight issue, which I'm sure you can see on camera, with the bumper really not matching the side of the car. These do suffer with paint match, especially when you go from a plastic bumper to a metal rear quarter. They do suffer from a colour mismatch, but that is quite extreme, so I don't know if it's been painted before. I'll have to look into it. It doesn't look like it has, but I will have to look into it. But going around the back, all looks good. There is a slight scuff down here, look, which we can sort. That doesn't look too bad at all. Going round again, tyres and alloys all look good. There's no actual other bodywork damage down the side, and there was some actually very good news which I've spotted, and that you might have seen it in the pictures, but we have some tape over this window and this window has actually dropped. So that's actually some very good news, because that will probably explain the mould. So as you can see, and as I'll show you from the pictures, we have quite a bit of mould here on the carpets and in the front, and it's only on the left hand side as well. It's not on the right hand side at all. It doesn't smell of mould or damp in the car, so I'm really hoping it's just when this car got stolen and then dumped, they left the window open and there was quite heavy rain and a load of water got in. That makes sense, and that is a really good sign as well, because hopefully that just means it hasn't been in a flood. Going down the rest of the car, and there's just this bit of damage on the front here as well, which again is just it's a smart repair. I haven't seen around the front yet. I don't think there's anything, but otherwise guys, it looks really good. It looks as described for once, and there's no cracked windscreen, which is beautiful. All tyres are good, and the good thing is this car is low mileage. It's only done 38,000 miles, and one of the tyres, I think it's this one, is the actual original tyre from the car. No, it's not that one. I think it's this one around here, because I think 3 have been changed, but this is the original one, so it's quite low on tread. It looks old, and if you look round the corner, it's an Audi original tyre, and if we look for the dot code, which is, where was it? Here, look. The dot code says 1912, which means this tyre was manufactured in week 19 of 2012. So that is an original tyre for this car, guys, which is really good news, because that means the mileage should at least be genuine as well. So we'll just pop into the inside and then we'll reveal the major problem we have with this car. And we do have 2 keys and a spare, so that's good. Interior looks fairly clean as well, guys. It does look like a car with low mileage. Just shut the door. So we have a book pack as well, digital service history, so that's all online, so that's good. Owner's manual down there as well. So they've obviously tried to get it out of park and couldn't. I did manage to get it out of park. There is a button in the front ashtray down here that you just press and you'll go into neutral, but the handbrake is still stuck on as well. So the problem with this car, which was described on Copart, is the ignition doesn't work. So, and they don't work. I have checked already, it does work, neither key works, and at first I thought maybe it's the wrong keys, maybe they've just taken 2 keys out of a random car, A5 or A4, and just stuck them in this, but no, I have checked. For one, this chassis tag is the correct chassis for the car, and I've also tested the keys which is inside. It's got a blade key in here and they both work in the door, so they are the keys for the car. I'm happy with that. There's obviously just an issue with the ignition. We're getting no power at all whatsoever. So today, guys, I really want to try and get this ignition on. That is the plan, but I'll just go through some of the spec as well inside. It's a really nice spec car, this. It is. The best thing about it is it's a 3-litre diesel, which are quite rare. It's a 3-litre diesel S-Line Quattro. It has a panoramic sunroof, as you can see. It has tech pack, it's got heated front seats, it's got cruise control, automatic headlights, we've got Bang & Olufsen surround system, front and rear sensors, and it is a really nice spec car. And we've also got a power operated tailgate. So really nice spec car. Just need to get it running. So guys, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get VAGCOM out, because I'm going to have to at least try and get the ignition on in this video, because I can't wait another 3 or 4 days wondering what's wrong with this car, wondering whether the engine's knackered, and I've bought a lemon. So in this video, guys, we are going to be getting that ignition on, hopefully. So I'm just going to go grab VCDS. I'll be able to have a look. It's going to be very tricky, obviously not being able to turn the ignition on, but there is a little bit of a trick you can do to wake up the control modules. So hopefully we'll be able to read some and find out a bit more about why this car won't turn the ignition on. Right guys, I've just popped the bonnet, connected the jump pack up to it because it was completely dead. So now I've just plugged in my VCDS cable, and the trick to do to try and wake these control modules up is just to stick the hazards on. Maybe give the couple of full beam just to wake some control modules up. Maybe leave it on for a couple of seconds. Wake the control modules up, and hopefully that means we can try and get into it and have a look at why the ignition's not turning on. Right, so the ignition on, let's go into select control module. It's going to come up, and the first thing we're going to probably go into is access start authorization, and there we go, we've come up, it's read the control module, so that's good. Fault codes, what we've got here, supply voltage, access start authorization switch. So there we go. So let's just clear those codes and see what happens. Done, go back and see if that makes any difference with the key. No, still not turning on. So let's go back. Now that's going to possibly instrument cluster. Let's see what's in there. No faults. Go back. Central electrics. Faults. Supply voltage. There you go. Terminal 30. Open circuit. Intermittent. Interesting. So let's just clear those. It does say intermittent. Let's go back now. See what's happening now. No, still nothing. So let me go, let's go central convenience. Fault codes there. 9. Intermittent, ABIS intermittent, intermittent. Ignition key removal lock, open circuit, all intermittent. Control module in instrument cluster, intermittent. There's just a lot of intermittent faults, which I'm not really that bothered about. I want permanent static faults, that's what I'm looking for. Let's go on CAN gateway, see what that's saying. Energy management active. Again, these are all Right, there we go. That's come back straight away. Energy management active. So that looks like our problem. So guys, just quickly off camera, I've just gone on and done a complete system test, and as you can see, what I've done is I've read all the systems, I've just done a raise all code, and this is what's come back. So as you can see, everything there is fine, like apart from the ones in red, they're all okay, and the ones in red are the ones that cannot be reached. The only one that's showing a fault is gateway, and it's saying malfunction. That is the only one that has an issue at the minute, and that was that active energy management. So if we just go to, we'll go to 19 into the gateway, and we'll go to advanced measured values, and what we want to do is look at the battery, because I have a feeling active management is probably battery related. So what we'll do is we'll go down, we'll have a look at battery voltage, which should be good because I've got a jump pack on it. Battery aging, 77%, that's quite a lot. Capacity, battery capacity, 3, that's no good. That voltage, 11.7. Okay, so there they go, the average current. So there we go. Looks like our battery is knackered because it's aged 77%. And it's only got 3 amp of output, and the average is 0. So that would probably explain why we can't get any ignition and why we have that fault code. I've just managed to pop the boot, that works, and I've tested the battery. That's all pointless, got the jump pack on. When I took the jump pack off, it goes slowly down. So what we're going to do, this looks like the original battery for the car. So yeah, it's 8 years old, it's due a change. So what we're going to do now is I've just reserved a battery at Halfords. We're going to jump in the RS3, go down to Halfords, pick up a new battery. Well, hi guys, what you've just seen was yesterday. It is now the day after. I got into a bit of a pickle, sort of speak, yesterday. I was interestingly looking through VCDS, and in the keyless authorization module, it was saying there was only 1 key coded. And then also it has under that, it says current key, dash. So it's a bit odd, because obviously there was 2 keys for the car. Both of the keys are the correct keys for the car. So it's a bit odd why there was only 1 key coded. So it got me thinking, possibly they've stolen it, they might have recoded a new key to the car. That's the only thing I can really think of at the moment, because clearing all the faults down, there's no faults whatsoever in the car, everything was cleared, but the ignition still wouldn't turn on. Obviously new battery as well, ignition still wouldn't turn on. So quickly show you the complete faff around yesterday. So as you may remember, the car was parked here. Now, because the ignition still wouldn't turn on, I was trying to get Lee to code, because I've still got his dongle from the Polo. I was trying to get him to remotely code the keys. They should hopefully code because they're the old keys. I was trying to get him to code them back to the car, but there was just no internet signal out here, and my laptop wasn't playing game. It just wouldn't let him connect to my hotspot on my phone either. So I needed internet access. Obviously the car having an electronic handbrake, I couldn't get the handbrake off, and obviously the steering lock was on as well. So using this bad boy, I managed to jack the rear of the car up and put them in 2 little tote boxes like this, as you can see here, look. And I managed to put all four wheels in tote boxes, so it slid nicely on the ground. I managed to twist the front around absolutely fine, and then as you can see here, look, I've pushed, because the front wheels roll, I've then used the forklift to push the Q5 outside the workshop, which you can see demonstrated perfectly. So now I've got internet signal, and now hopefully we can code the key, which we are going to attempt now. Fortunately, I didn't film anything because this whole process of thinking about how to do it has taken about 6 or 7 hours, and I was in a rush yesterday trying to do it, so didn't film any of it. But we are now in position. We're going to code the keys and hopefully get the ignition on. Guys, check it. We have an ignition, and it gets even better. We have a 3-litre TDI, which absolutely purrs, although it's very low on fuel. So I'm going to turn it off. So guys, it was what I suspected in the end. It looked like the person that stole this car has in fact coded a new key to the car, and that is why there was only showing one key. So we have gone in, we have now removed that key and coded both of the old keys back to the car, and both the keys now work, turn the ignition on. So it was just as simple as that. There was no electrical gremlins in the vehicle. And that is where we're going to leave today's video, guys. It might have been a long one because I said in this video I'm definitely going to get it started, and I have managed to get it started. So that is what I wanted to do. It is now done. So that is it for today's video, guys. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and if you do enjoy these videos, please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. And also, as a quick side note, as you may have noticed, I have a t-shirt on. I do have a merch shop on now. If you go onto my channel homepage, you can go on shop store, I think it is, and I've just got a couple of t-shirt designs, a couple of basic jumper designs on there as well. There will be more to come. I just thought I'd let you know there is a few things on there if you are interested in them. So in the next video, guys, we will be getting the Q5. Hopefully it's going to drive, and we're going to get it into the workshop, and we're going to fully look over it and then just see if there's any other damage to it, or if the only damage was the fact that it got stolen and there was no keys, basically. So as always, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.